Hi everybody, my name is Emma Makila. Today I'm going to talk to you about the six-step template for Isagenix to try and show you how to do your Isagenix business. So I'm going to share my screen now and I'm going to show you the top tips on how to run your business. Okay, so this template can be found on the back office. It's called the six-step system. If you have any trouble finding it, then just Google it. That's what I usually do if I can't find it on the back office. But everything is on there for business. So it's called the six-step system. What we're going to talk about in the 6 steps is making an authentic connection, the hook, set the appointment, use the right tool, and follow up, and the happy dance. So number 1 is authentic connection. So we follow the easiest conversation template, which again can be found on the back office. And, you know, really just get to know the person that you're connecting with. Create a rapport by asking great questions. So, you know, basically when we're getting to know somebody, it's just like making a new friend. So if it's already a friend, then we're just going to be having a nice relaxed conversation, asking them about themselves. So there's a few key questions that we want to ask, you know, like what, if it's a new person, like what do you do? And, you know, where are you from? And I guess, you know, there's other questions that we can ask them too, like what do they do for a job and have they got any kids and, you know, do they have the dog? Like, you know, just talk to them about all sorts of different things. And I guess don't make it overcomplicated, just create an authentic connection. And that's just by, you know, I guess having a normal conversation with people. Don't always go into it thinking about, thinking about enrolling that person in your business, because as soon as you walk into it doing that, you're usually going to get them, I guess they get a bit turned off. So you're going to just want to be making a nice connection with them. It's just about making friends. So we're going to make the authentic connection. Then we've got what's called the hook. So the hook is anything that creates curiosity and leads to a question about what you're doing or wanting to know more about what you're doing. So during this time, we're going to use our 30-second story. So again, the 30-second story template can be found on the back office. Our story is really important, and that's what's helped me to build my business as fast as I have. If I didn't have, I guess, the heart behind my story, then it just wouldn't have the same effect on people. So it's really important. This is the number 1 thing, that we really master that story. And again, people don't want to hear the ins and outs of your life, and they don't really want to hear, I guess, your story in general. They just want to hear how it can help them. So when we do our 30-second story, we're getting right to the point. We're actually trying to help people, I guess, to hear something that might relate to them within that 30-second period. So again, you're not waffling on, you're not doing verbal diarrhea all over them, and you know, you are creating that authentic connection to start off with, and then you're giving them a short spiel about your story. And, you know, basically that moves us on to the next part as well. A lot of people use the magic wand question. So this is, you know, this also can be found on the back office, and the easiest conversation template as well. So all of these can be used. The magic wand question is basically, if time and money were no issue, what would you be doing with your life? So you're basically wanting to dig around and try and find out what their dreams are. We know that this amazing company can offer people the most incredible income, and money does make the world go round. So the magic wand question a lot of people use because they want to be able to help other people, you know, with, I guess, with money issues or with creating their dream life. So, I mean, for example, yesterday I spoke to a guy who said he had $26,000 worth of debt. I mean, that's a pretty good indicator that this amazing company would be great for him, creating his residual income and getting rid of some of his debts. You know, other people have different reasons why they would want to do the program. So asking the magic wand question will help them to, you know, I guess, work out why this amazing system and why this amazing business would be good for them. So answering what do you do? So, you know, what do you do template is great as well. We need to try and find out, I guess, what that person does for a living. You know, are they a single mum? Are they a person that works in corporate? Are they somebody that works, you know, like a 70-hour week and they hate their job? Do they work shift work and they just exhausted? You know, do they hate their job? What do they do? You know, you could even be finding out that they love their job. I loved my job before I did Isagenix, and I was allergic to network marketing at first. So I guess, you know, but the thing that appealed to me was that I wanted this system to, you know, to change my body. So once I started changing my body and I accidentally got healthy in the process, then it became really easy to share. And once the money started landing in my bank account, I started realizing what this thing was really about. So a lot of the time, what do you do question will open up a whole can of worms. You really want to be almost like a private investigator and asking people, you know, about themselves. You want to be able to dig around a little bit. So the direct ask, like, I like this one. So if I could show you a way where you could, so if this guy that I met yesterday told me he had $26,000 worth of debt, if I asked him this question, so if I could show you a way where you could, and then you say to them where you could pay that $26,000 debt really quickly, would you be open to hearing about that? So, you know, you're going to get a lot of people that are, you know, either they've got a big dream and you can try and help them make it come true, or they've got something really tragic that's going on in their life where this system can actually help them, where the business can help them. So really trying to, like I said, try to ask some questions and make sure you're listening to a lot of them too, because I think a lot of people are too busy firing questions and are actually not taking any of the answers in. So you do need to sit back and be relaxed about the conversation. Don't rush it. And let people tell you and open up their heart. So setting the appointment. So we set the appointment. The set the appointment template can be found on the back office too. And setting the appointment is really important because the hook is all about creating interest. It's about, you know, I guess you're just touching the iceberg. You're not even really getting into the whole you know, the whole reason why you love it and da-da-da-da. You're not going to verbally diarrhea all over people. The hook is about keeping it really simple, asking a few questions and finding out a bit more about that person. But then we need to set up the appointment. So setting up the appointment will then allow you to talk more about the actual business. It will allow you to sit down and draw out you plus two, them plus two. It will allow you to find out more about them. And it's just that next step after that first initial connection that you want to make. So we set the appointment. We use the template. So, and also you can allow them to watch a video as well. So we have great apps on our phones as well that allow us to, I guess, play a video if you're in a coffee shop or something like that. Or you can send them a tool and then set up an appointment either via, I usually like to try and get people on the phone. I think that's best as well, to try and get people on the phone, because then you can, I guess a lot of people are going to have objections, and they're going to have straight away objections, usually around money or around something that they might have seen on the internet, which is false. So, you know, getting them on the phone, you can try and ease their worries a little bit, I think. So setting up the appointment is great. Try and get them on the phone to actually create that appointment and set it up, and also repeat the time to them back again so that they know that they're actually locked in. And it just, you know, it makes your business look a bit more professional as well when you're actually setting times and getting them to lock it in their diary, and you're setting up a proper time to talk to them about it. So using the right tool. We use the tools, we're not tools, is what David Wood says. And it's true. A lot of people will go off and recreate the wheel and, I guess, try and, you know, they think that their system might work better by having a website to direct people to, or, you know, or just having their little spiel that they say to people. Really, if you keep it simple, you do your 30-second story, you ask a few questions, you work on actually creating a relationship with that person and creating a connection, you can't go wrong. So when we say use the tools, we use those systems, but then we send them a tool. So we send them the appropriate tool. Say if you're talking to a young person who's excited, who's, you know, they've got a part-time job and they're at uni, but they're a bit of a go-getter, you want to be able to send them the Start Your Life video. So there's, you know, we want to send people the right tools. You wouldn't send that to a 40-year-old man that's, you know, that's in corporate, you know, because it's just going to be too much. So There's so many different videos. I was told last night there's 23 videos on the back office for you to actually go through, and everybody should be getting familiar with those videos. So when you get a chance, get onto isagenixbusiness.com and actually check out all those videos, because they're fabulous, and you can send them to people to perk their interest. And then afterwards, you'd be wanting to follow up with a phone call. So make it your business to watch all the videos multiple times. It's true, because then if you're doing that, then you're going to be making sure that you're sending them the right tools. So you're going to know what's in that video that might not work for that person, or what's in that video that that person would think that was awesome. So really get familiar with the tools. The follow-up. So the fortune is in the follow-up, and I totally agree with this. Of late, I've been so busy and I get so many contacts off people, and I send them information, I don't follow up, and the fortune is definitely in the follow-up. At the start, when I was first building, I was really like, every single time I would send somebody a tool, I would follow them up the next day within 24 hours. We know that it takes up to 12 follow-ups for someone to may decide that they will say yes to the program. So remember that you're not in the getting business too. So always remain patient. You know, don't be impatient. Always remain patient. And I guess you know, don't always start the conversation with the intent to enroll that person, because they will feel that. So yeah, be careful of that too. Remember that follow-ups allow you to build rapport and trust, and it's true, because you've sent somebody something, they might have some questions, but you won't know unless you actually call them to say, hey, you know, I just sent you that video yesterday. How did you feel about it? Have you got any questions? Often a lot of people go off and Google it and they find something negative. You know, if there's any questions that you might have towards anything to do with the program or the business, please just ask me. You know, and if I don't know the answer, I can ask somebody else. So following up is the key, and within 24 to 48 hours. The last one is the no happy dance. So the happy dance is basically, it's like saying, you know what, don't take this you know, too badly. If it all goes pear-shaped and none of the above works, you haven't enrolled anybody, just have a little laugh about it, have a little giggle, do a little dance, and say, do you know what, I'm just going to keep trying again. The concept behind this business as well is that we are practicing connecting, we're practicing using the tools, we're practicing having new conversations, we're practicing our 30-second story. So if you're constantly doing that all the time, you're going to get better and better at it, and you're always going to get people who are going to say no. But as you go through the business, you get to learn what actually works and what doesn't. So just celebrate the no with a happy dance. You know, timing is everything. So when somebody decides that they're not interested in purchasing your products or joining a business, remember that it just may not be the right time. It doesn't always mean no. And I have a big long list of names on my whiteboard, and just because a person said no, it does not mean to me that they're forever going to say no. It just means that it might mean not now. So put on some music, have a little happy dance, and, you know, continue the relationship, so you don't know where it's going to go in the future. Keep those people on your list and tap into them every now and then, saying, you know, I know it's been a while since I've heard from you. I'm just wondering where you're at. You know, are you currently saving, if that's the issue, if they were, you know, if the money was an issue, or, you know, are you ready yet? I know you said you were a bit too busy to be adding anything else into your life back when I spoke to you, but are you ready yet? You know, would you like me to send you something else so that you can understand a little bit more about this area or that area? You know, just be helpful. And I think when you come from an area of love, because you do care about that person, you want them on the program because you know that they're going to love it, you want them in your business because you know they're going to rock it, then, you know, basically you're their little helper. So, you know, you don't want to come across like you're pressuring them, or you're, you know, come on, like you need to be able to, you want it for them. So when it's ready for them, then it's the right time for them to enroll. And you know, and they also say that, I guess you need to make sure that you are talking to everybody about this amazing system. If you don't, then you're not going to get in as many yeses. And to be honest, I honestly feel like everybody deserves to be using the system. Everybody needs to be on it. So I talk to everybody about it, and I don't get sad about the no's. I just move on, and so that's what everybody needs to do. So I keep coming back to that funny photo of the dog. There we go. There it is again. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it helps. All of the templates are on isagenixbusiness.com. So get yourselves familiar with isagenixbusiness.com. Go in there and have a little search around, use the tools, fill out the 90-day game plan, get yourselves to events. This is how we build our business. So, and you know, everybody can message me if they want to, or post on the groups. That's how we learn. Everybody wants everybody to do well in this business. So anyway, have a good afternoon, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.